Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Code for Tech Solutions. Today in this video we are going to cover a new topic like how to set up and create our first Angular application. So before we create our first Angular application, these are the components which need to be installed on our system. So first is a Node, second is a VS Code editor, and next is a NPM, which is NPM package manager. So these are the components which need to be installed on our system. So before we create our first Angular app. So you need to download the setup for VS Code and Node, and once you complete the download, it will appear in your downloads folder, and these are the setups which will appear like this one. So you need to simply double click on this VS Code setup and choose the default options and click on next until the installation completes. So similar way you can install Node.js and VS Code setup. Once the installation is completed, you can cross check the version installed by using command. You can first open the command prompt or PowerShell window, and in that you can type the command like node space -v, and it will show you your node version. Similar way for package manager, you can use command npm space -v. It will show the npm installed version on your system. So once you cross verify the installation of these components, then next we can create our Angular application. If you have not installed these components, then I will show you in short like how you can go and install these components. First you need to open your here Google, and here you can type VS Code for Windows or whatever operating system you have. Or here you can simply click on the first link which appears for VS Code. If you click on this link, it will show you various options like based on your operating system. Like if you are using Windows, you can click on this one, and if you are using Mac, you can click on this option. And once you click, it will start downloading your setup for Windows. So this is about Windows VS Code editor setup. Next thing, like if you want to install Node, you can type Node, download it here, and here you can go click on this one, and here you can download for these options. Like here we have, or you can choose the another option like this one, and you can simply download by using this like download Node.js. You can click on this one, and it will install the setup for the Node.js. So once you install VS Code and Node.js, you can open the command prompt and check the version installed using command node -v and npm -v, and you can see these are the installed versions. For this is the node version and this is the npm version. That's it. And once you complete the VS Code installation, it will appear the icon like this one, like Visual Studio Code. You need to simply double click on this one, or you can go to your project folder, and here go to command prompt, and here you can type code space dot to open the VS Code editor. Fine. Now here we can see we are in the VS Code editor now, and this is the terminal for that one. Now to create our first Angular application, so what we can do, we can go to here we can type Angular, and this is the Angular document. Here we can click on this getting started option, and here we can see we have setup option. We can click on that, and here it is showing the all the dependencies, like we need to install the Node.js and package manager. Now here install the Angular CLI. So before we create our Angular application, first we need to install the Angular CLI. So Angular CLI which will help us to create the project, generate application, and also perform various tasks related to testing, building and deployment. So we need to install it first. We can copy it and go to our terminal and run this command. Fine. Next thing, like we can go to our this next command. Like this will allow the execution of PowerShell script which is needed for npm global libraries. So we can copy this and execute the same. Fine, we are done. Now next thing, like what we can do, we can come down and here is these are the steps to create our Angular application. So first we can use this command ng new, and this is the application name. Okay, so ng new, and here we can mention our project application name. Let's say in our case it's an first hyphen app. We can enter and it will create the application for us. Now we need to choose the option like CSS. We can enter, and here server side rendering we can say no. Fine, it will create all the default folders and files for our application. Now we can see the folder first hyphen app project is created successfully with all the default files and folders. Now it is yet to complete. Let it finish. Yes, we can see it's a successfully package installed successfully and successfully initialized Git. So this is the message like package is installed successfully, which means our application is created successfully with all the default files and folders. So these are the components which will get created by default, and this is the index.html. Now next thing, like what we can do, we can run our application. So for to run our application again, like first we need to go to our project folder, and next we can run our application using command ngser ---- open. Okay, so first we need to go to our project folder, which is cd first app, sorry, cd it's a first application. Fine, now we can use command ngser ---- open. So this command will open the browser and launch our application in that. So we can enter, sorry, it should be ng server, not server. Yes, we can enter n for this. Yes, fine, we can see our first application is launched into the browser successfully. Now let us change something and cross verify if our application is running as expected or not. Now let us go to our this HTML part. We can delete, and here we can add some header. Let's say h1 header, and here we can say welcome to first Angular app, and we can add some style as an color, and we can mention some color. Fine, you can save it. Now if you go back into the browser, we can see the message is appearing as expected. Now with this, like our first Angular application is working fine. So these are the commands which you can use, like uh, so these are the commands which we have followed. Like first we have installed the Angular CLI. Next we have run this command which will allow to execute PowerShell scripts. Next we have created our application using this command, and we have changed the directory to our project folder, and this is the command to run our application into the browser, which is ngserve -open. If you want to see other CLI commands, like you can go to the reference it here, and there are these CLI command reference. You can click on this, click on overview, and here you can see there are various commands we can use, and these are the commands which are getting used, like command overview. And here are some commands, like we have build command, and using this build command we can prepare our production build or other environment builds as well. We need to pass the environment as in production, like ng build, and environment as in production. Next thing, like we have deploy, and there are other various commands we can make use of. So this is about creating our first Angular application. So thank you so much for watching this video. I would request you to please like and subscribe the same. Thank you so much.